Hey everyone, this is Laura from Intuitive Dreams, and I'm just doing an update on my cancer journey. So if you want to check it out, it's in the playlist section, and I document the beginning of my journey all up until now. So long story short, I've been on this path for about 2 years. I went through the entire process along with alternative medicine. So if anyone is going through cancer or they need some type of support, I did videos on the supplements I was taking, books I was reading, different perspectives about cancer and the treatment available. So I just want to give you guys an update on what's going on with me. I think the last part of the process, I did radiation and that was done, and I showed like photos of how my skin looked. Like I had like 3rd-degree burns or something, or 2nd-degree burns. It looked pretty bad, but it doesn't really show till like you're near the end of it. So recently, this Friday, May 8th, 2020, I'll show you guys, I finally got the port out. And I was having hesitation about getting it out because there's always this fear of what if it comes back? And then I'll have to get that thing put back in. And you know what I realized is that I'm not going to do that process again. Out of all of this, 2 years later, I still have really bad side effects. I have hot flashes over 10 times a day. My eyes were running all the time. My nose was running all the time. I was having sleep disturbances, problems with heartburn, and then also with my stomach area as well. So I'll share with you guys some of the medicines that I was on. And by the way, I got this surgery on Friday. My surgeon is amazing, my breast surgeon. He is somebody that really cares, and he goes out of his way to help people. Like, he'll stay there and talk with you. He'll take his time with you. So I love the breast surgeon. He's an amazing man. But the process itself is so much that I was like, if I ever got this again, I think by the time, if something happened again, there's all these alternatives that are going to be coming out, so I won't have to do as harsh of a treatment as I did before. Now, I'll show you some of the things I was on. I was doing hormone treatments, and I was doing that every 3 weeks, and it had a little bit of chemo in it, so it was like over time it got worse and worse. So it was like I was still on chemo this whole time. And it did start building up and affecting me, even though it was a way smaller amount. And I got off of that in, I think, March of 2020. So I'll show you guys, and I was on, because I got 3 blood clots in my arm, I was on Xarelto. So I was on Xarelto, and this causes some side effects too that go along with the other drug that I'm continuing to take for the next 5 years, tamoxifen. So I'm going to be on this for the next 5 years or so, and from what I understand, is that it helps your body so that nothing grows, so no cancer can grow back. Essentially, the short answer for that. And then I was also taking omeprazole, and this is for really bad heartburn. I started getting heartburn really bad. So tamoxifen can cause leg cramps, different types of cramps all over your body. So I would wake up 2 in the morning and like, I would have super bad pain. So luckily for me, it took a couple months, but luckily that has subsided. It was really bad. I was just waking up in the middle of the night and I had these killer cramps in my legs. And then and then the heartburn. So then this omeprazole, I still take so the only 2 things that I'm currently on right now, I got off of the blood thinners because I got the port out, because of the port caused me to have those blood clots in my arm. Like, I guess it was like because I'm prone to blood clots. And then they put me on antidepressants that would help with the hot flashes and all that. So I was on venlafaxine. And this actually helped me a lot to reduce the side effects of the hot flashes and all that. But as I noticed, the chemochemicals and all that stuff is coming out of my body now. And the antidepressants were making me lethargic, tired, lazy. And then I'm a professional reader and artist, and I do all these things. And I'm like, I can't do readings for people feeling all foggy. So I'm off of that now. So I'm only on the tamoxifen and the heartburn stuff that you take for 24 hours. So that's the only two things I'm on now. I got off of all those other pills and supplements. Here's the things that I am doing to maintain my health. I'm doing Garden of Life Probiotics Critical Care. 80 billion CFU. And it has 15 probiotic strains, colon health, and immune system. So I'll just put that a little bit up so you guys can see what it looks like. Probiotics help me a lot. So I was doing it as something that you ingest versus a pill, because I heard that bacteria, or it can cause like bacteria, other stuff to grow around the port if you do the probiotic as a pill. But now that it's out of me, I'm going to continue taking these probiotics for my stomach health, my overall body health. And then I started taking Juice Plus. So I was on this product when I was a teacher for young Rembrandts, and I was going to all these schools. You know how you could get sick being around all these kids? I was on Juice Plus for years and never got sick. And if I did, like, I would get the sniffles and it would last a day or two and then it would go away. Well, I haven't been on it. I was on it a little bit at the beginning of the cancer journey, and then I got off of it and I was doing all the stuff that the alternative doctor gave to me. So now I'm back on this full force. So I get chocolate shakes and vanilla and chocolate shakes, and then blueberries. And that seems to be helping with like what's going on with the virus and that now. So I feel a lot better than what I was. And when I was in the hospital, I'll tell you guys, I was in the hospital to get the port out on Friday, and they did test me for COVID, and I was negative. But I could tell you, it was very nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get surgery if I have it. I'll have to go home or whatever. But what ended up happening is they didn't tell me anything. They were like, okay, let's go. Let's get you into surgery. Because we had to wait around for an hour. And then they used these long sticks and they stuck it up in both sides of your nostril. And supposedly, from what I understand, it's supposed to be like the better test that you could get to see if you have the virus. I didn't have it, so they were like, get her in there. And then I was out like a light. The only thing I remember is they wheeled me into the operating room, and they were preparing and talking, and then bam, I was gone. And then when I woke up, I just saw my doctor. He was standing there with other people, and they're like, okay, she's up. And then they were gone. I guess he was busy taking care of other people. But I just wanted to get you guys to let you know it's been 2 years on this cancer journey. And I've learned so much about myself and everything. And anybody who's been on, like, has a critical illness or anything, and then we're going through this quarantine and these viruses, it's like being like that, having cancer and things like that prepares you for what happened. You know, like, I was able to kind of flow through this. Like, in the beginning of the quarantine and all that, I was like everybody else. Oh man, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. And then I kept walking to the refrigerator wanting to snack. And then after a month of that, I was like, okay, Laurie, snap out of it. And then I started getting back on the schedule. So, you know, I'm human. Even though my angels were like, Laurie, get back on the schedule. Get back to what you're doing. It took me a while. So I just wanted to update everybody. And again, if you want to see like my cancer journey, it's in the playlist. So you just kind of go and then you can watch all the videos. And you could see me get my hair cut. Well, you know, 2 years ago, my hair had purple and other stuff in it. I can't wait to do some fun stuff with it. This is the growth of 2 years worth. And I want to add fun colors and do different things. So I just wanted to update you guys. I'm trying to keep you updated on that, but this is the last step in the cancer process. And then after that, I just go in every 3 months unless something else comes up or I have to do something related to the treatments. So, all right, guys, take care.